that time again. Question time! When we ask interesting people interesting questions. Today's subject, Gen AI for customers. Brian Solis, welcome.
Hello.
Brian, we've got 5 questions for you. We're putting 20 seconds on the clock for each question. Are you ready?
No, but let's go.
Question number 1, generative AI. Is it really that big of a deal?
Well, if generative AI means that your entire business and operational model has to change to be the business of the future today, then yes, it's not a question. It is that big of a deal, and it's completely transformative. Every business, every organization is going to have to reimagine themselves for an AI-first world.
All right, question 2. How is Gen AI changing or improving customer experience?
With a little imagination and a little customer centricity, we can actually reimagine what a customer experience can be. AI can augment that experience, can personalize that experience. We can actually anticipate what experience they're going to want before they know they want it. It's up to us to imagine something entirely new.
Okay, question 3. How does our platform empower customers?
The Now platform allows customers to solve their own problems in the most intuitive, the most engaging, and the most experiential way possible. Customers had to plow through knowledge centers to try to find the right answer, but with AI, we can actually connect the dots to what they need even before they know what they need.
Nice. Question 4. What's an example of generative AI at work?
The thing about generative AI is that it collaborates with the user. So if you want to generate code, if you want to generate workflows, it will actually help you build that. It's about augmentation and working with technology to be more intelligent, to be better, smarter, faster, more efficient, and effective.
Wonderful. Question 5. What advice would you give someone curious about generative AI?
The advice I give someone is to press pause, take a minute, take a step back. This is an incredible new opportunity. There's no playbook for this. This is a time to actually create your own trajectory, to design the business of the future right now. Take a breath and allow your curiosity and imagination to run wild.
That's it. Thank you, Brian Solis. Oh, ouch. Watch your step there.
I didn't find my way for a long time. There were a lot of nights of not knowing where my next meal is going to come from.
I knew from a pretty early age that I was going to do something related to computers and IT.
It's going to become true, everything which I dreamt for. You just need to be strong now. You're going to be success in your future.
Here I
Oh, baby, led a peaceful life.
Please welcome President and Chief Operating Officer, ServiceNow, CJ Desai.
First of all, fantastic to be here. We have so many
AI innovations that we are going to show you today, products and technologies that are coming throughout this year, and we are really, really excited to show you that. I wanted the title of this keynote to be AI with Desai, but Bill said that's not a good idea. So if we wow you today, I will thank my forefathers, and next year it'll be AI with Desai, okay? All right. So we are a platform company, and we have kept our guiding principles and technical principles pretty simple. Every single product is built on one architecture and one data model. When you think about the platform, so what is the platform? So the first thing we would say is the ServiceNow Cloud that runs 24/7, 365. So that's the cloud layer. And what we have done in last couple of years, that you have now cloud choice, where you can run ServiceNow in Azure as well as in AWS. When it comes to the platform core, this is the core platform as a service layer, which has all the technologies on which our applications are built, but you can do the same if you want to build applications on ServiceNow. And the major change here is that generative AI models are now native in our platform, on which many applications are built. So that's the one change from last year, and it's available right now. And then finally, all of our products or applications are built and prioritized based on the stakeholders that we serve for all of you, whether it's technology, whether it's your HR department, security department, customer service, or for your creators. So those are our workflow applications. Our roadmap is pretty simple. We still do releases every 6 months. These are major releases. I told you last year, I'm not going to pronounce the second one. I just can't. So first one, Washington, D.C. just came out in March, and Yokohama would be coming out next March. And if you are thinking, hey, what happens after Z, at least you should be thinking, at least that's what we are thinking, we start with A again so that I can be for India. Yes? All right. So outside of this, every 6 months releases, we will release AI at a much frequent pace, sometimes every month, as we learn with all of you based on the feedback that you give us when you use Now Assist. Today's show is very simple. We are going to show you the roadmap on our core platform. Then we will go into service management, employee experience, customer service, as in end customer service, and finally, we will end with AI, and we have a special guest today who will share with us on where AI is going, okay? So to start with platform core, I would like to welcome on stage somebody who still looks like this. After 9 years, he actually wrote a lot of core platform code. He still works very hard for all of you. And employee number 9, longest tenured employee who has been at every single knowledge. Please welcome our Chief Technology Officer, Pat Casey.
Thank you, everybody. So true story, that picture is about 20 years old. And at the time it was taken, the whole company worked in one little building. And I'm reasonably confident you could have picked up that building and plunked it on this stage with room to spare, the whole building, including the outside. And if you'd asked me back then if I'd ever have a chance to stand up in front of a room like this, talking to an audience like you about all the cool stuff we've done, I think I would have laughed at you. It was just too far-fetched. I will say it is incredibly humbling to get the opportunity to do that, and it's still exciting, just like it was those 20 years ago. So with that said, I'm going to talk to you about what we do with our platform, what we've been up to. And we have 3 kind of big themes we focused on in the last year. One is scale, just what it sounds like. We want to help you get more stuff done with your instance. Second is performance. When you are doing work, in ServiceNow. We want it to be faster and pleasant and work better for you. And the third piece is security. We want to help you get a better security model in place for your system. On the scale front, though, I want to start with a really kind of a cool announcement. We have an entirely new backend for ServiceNow, something called RaptorDB. This is a new database we wrote, which is optimized for both transactional workloads and analytic workloads. And it's specifically optimized for the kind of workloads that ServiceNow has, the kind of workloads that you have. And that means you can get more work done on your instance, and as a side effect, it'll actually be a little bit faster too. But to kind of give you some numbers there, we did a bit of a test here. And what we did is we took a regular instance of ServiceNow, and we threw load at it until it basically broke. And you can break anything. And we got about 35,000 transactions a minute through it, which is a lot. It's pretty good. We then changed one variable. We swapped out the backend database. We put RaptorDB in there, and we got 93,000 transactions a minute, about 3x the workload. That means you can get more work done on your instance, and it also means you'll have more headroom on your instance. So especially if you're one of our bigger customers, you can feel confident to put bigger, higher performance workloads on the system. When you're doing that work, though, I want to make sure it runs well, that you have good performance. So we've also focused on the performance of your instance. And I'll start by something we all do that's really important. We wanted to make your upgrades faster. And it doesn't matter if you're a small customer, a medium-sized customer, or a large customer, everybody's upgrade is going to be faster, starting with the Washington upgrade. The benefits are the largest for the largest customers, but some of those top-end customers, we're talking about a 7 or an 8-hour upgrade dropping down to about 2 hours. Really big improvement for you, and you'll see this every time you upgrade. It's not just about the upgrades themselves, though. It's also, once you upgrade, we want to make your work faster. So we did a bunch of work improving the performance of our workspaces. And every single workspace, and we got a lot of them, got at least a little bit faster. The average workspace, about 25% faster. And some of the high volume ones you see up here, even bigger benefits. So if you're a workspace user, when you upgrade to Xanadu, this is partly in Washington, but mostly in Xanadu, your workspaces will run quite a bit faster. This is noticeably different. It's not just about some specialized transactions, though. We also invested in the core transaction processing engine. So if you're one of our really big customers, you probably track the transaction response time. It's an instance observer. It's kind of the core response metric in the instance. With our Washington upgrade, we're seeing anywhere from about a 20% to a 45% improvement in overall transaction response time. Varies by customer, but everybody we've seen make this upgrade has seen a significant benefit on the back-end response time, and so will you. It's not just about transactions, though. It's also about helping you secure your instance. And on that front, we've made a big investment on trying to make it easier for you to get the right security model in place for your instance. We've done 3 things. The first, we added a whole new kind of ACL, something called a deny unless ACL. So you don't just have to list every possible positive condition where something can happen. You can now tell us exception cases where something should not be allowed. It makes it way easier to put your security model in place. Second, we extended the ACL layer to apply to queries. You can now use security to control who can run queries and which fields they're allowed to run queries upon. And the third thing is we've added new features to all of our table-based ACLs where you can specify the specific rows and columns you want them to apply to. You have even more granular control. You put all that together, we have got improvements on the platform. It's going to scale better for you, so you can do more work. It's going to perform better for you, so it's going to be faster when you run it. And it's going to be easier for you to secure. So with that said, thank you very much. Please upgrade, and back to you, CJ.
All right. So it was exactly 6 years ago at this conference, we created friendship and partnership with a very special company. I'm typically very insecure about my friendships. So as our engineering teams have collaborated quite a bit, I still ask them that, are you still friends? And can you tell everybody that we are friends? So we have a special guest who is going to say that we are still working well together. Can we please play the video?
Thank you so much, CJ, and thank you to you and Bill for the amazing partnership. It's fantastic to join you at Knowledge 24, along with so many of our customers and partners. We're in the midst of a massive platform shift that will fundamentally transform productivity for every individual, team, organization, and industry. At Microsoft, we are committed to helping our customers adapt and thrive in this new age of AI transformation. That's one reason our long-standing partnership with ServiceNow is even more important today. Over the years, we have brought ServiceNow solutions and services together with the power of our entire tech stack from Azure to Microsoft Teams. And today we are taking the next big step, combining the power of Now Assist and Microsoft Copilot to help our shared customers improve productivity, enhance collaboration, and streamline business processes, whether they're working in the Now Assist chat window or across Microsoft 365. I can't wait to see what you do with these new capabilities. And of course, there's so much more to come. Thank you again for the partnership. I look forward to all we will achieve together in the years ahead.
All right. So our engineering teams have been working really well together. We want to invite and we want to show you some product. Please welcome on stage somebody who actually wanted to be a movie director with somebody like me who wanted to be a comedian to actually show you the products in action between what our teams have been working on for the past few months between Microsoft Copilot and ServiceNow Assist. Srini Raghavan, 18 years, Vice President of Product, Microsoft Teams. Excellent.
Hey, CJ, thanks.
Thank you. So Srini, let's show the demo, all right?
Okay, thank you. Great to be here. So rather than talk about it, we'll just show what we've been working together over the last few months. So imagine a scenario where I've been out for a few days, and I'm trying to catch up after I come back. So I fire up Microsoft Teams, and right within Teams, you see Copilot, and I ask Copilot to catch me up, and it just pulls out the most important and relevant highlights of what I missed. So one thing that if you notice, I noticed that it says my laptop has been crashing many a time. I need to submit some logs. So I'm wondering if this is a great time for me to be able to just get an upgrade. So I'm going to use the power of Now Assist right within Copilot. And if you see the plugin here, Now Assist is actually enabled here. So this is where the magic happens. So I'm going to say, Now Assist, what's the laptop replacement policy? And this is live demo. So there is the very first time that we're showing this on stage. So using Microsoft Graph and Now Assist, it goes and scours through all the different KB articles, thousands of KB articles, to be able to pull the most relevant information that it can. Not only it tells me what the policy is, but if you notice, it also tells me when my laptop was last issued, as well as that I'm due for an upgrade, which is fantastic. So I'm going to actually say right here, Now Assist, help me order a laptop, a new laptop. There is a typo. Let's see if it works. Even with the typo, with the power of LLM and OpenAI, and as you can see, it just picked up right there. It's going to look for how do I not just order a new laptop, but hopefully give me an action card where I can take an action right within Microsoft Teams and with the power of Now Assist. So right there, as you can see, it just pulled up an order card. I can start the order. Now watch this very carefully, otherwise you will miss it if you blink. The minute I say start order, it's going to hand off seamlessly from Copilot to Now Assist, which is on the left-hand rail. So I just say order a laptop. It switched to Now Assist. And then I have to answer a couple of questions. I see the Surface Laptop 5, which seems to be a very good option. I'm going to say select that laptop and answer just one other question. I think I'm going to go for this 15-inch laptop. It pulled up my home address right from my employee profile right there, which is accessible only for me. Ship to my home and submit the order. And just like that, within 3 to 4 clicks, I just went from Microsoft Teams, Copilot, invoking Now Assist to be able to complete a transaction that would have taken a lot longer. So back to you, CJ. Hopefully you saw the powerful.
Woo! I know you cannot tell, but my heart was racing as we are trying to do this live demo, and I'm still shaking. So now think about ITSM agent persona. This is for ITSM Service Manager a big deal that we can do deflection. So I come to my beautiful service desk dashboard, and I want to create a data visualization on all the things that we are deflecting, okay? So it will say, okay, here is a new generated. Oh, wow, I can add to the dashboard. Now I see the self-solve rate has gone to 73%, and I can create a presentation for my manager, so Bill, in this case, you can send data directly, 1 second, thing on the top row, and create PowerPoint. Come on, come on. All right, so what you saw here is that going from Teams to Now Assist, amazing engineering collaboration, past few months, many people haven't slept. Thank you very much, Srini. Thank you very much, Microsoft
Thank
team.
you, CJ. Have a great conference.
So when it comes to innovations in service management, we have 3 simple things in mind. Number 1 is how can we improve self-service deflection that you just saw right now while enhancing the agent productivity? So that's number 1. Making your digital services more resilient with change. And we have a lot of things coming throughout this year on change intelligence. And most importantly, reduce the backlog that all of you deal with on putting more workflows on ServiceNow platform. So to speak about some of the things with one of the customers who have been trying this for now few months, Now Assist, is an organization called Teleperformance. Teleperformance is headquartered in Paris. They provide customer service to the iconic brands in the world, many of yours, 170 countries, 300 languages, and also 500,000 employees. We've been trying Now Assist, so please welcome on stage Greg Vise, SVP of IT and Digital Transformation, on the stage.
Hi, CJ.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
So, Greg, your scale is huge. And when you think about Teleperformance, at the highest level, given your role, what are some of the challenges you are solving for?
Well, absolutely. So at Teleperformance, we provide customer care and other digital business services that are people-led and technology-driven, with the ultimate goal of providing exceptional customer experiences. Now, in order to do this, we need to assure that our associates, when they do run into IT issues, get up and running as fast as possible. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, keep going.
Oh, no. So get up and running as fast as possible. And so we have 5,000 IT technicians that are supporting over 500,000 users worldwide. Now, you can imagine the level of complexities with the different IT services and technologies that we need to support that can introduce all kinds of challenges when trying to achieve that goal.
Totally makes sense. So I remember the call from your team that you wanted to lean in on AI. Why ServiceNow AI, and what you really wanted to do?
Absolutely. So, as part of our digital transformation journey, we wanted to really drive through the platform more transformation. So we deployed process mining, predictive intelligence, and generative AI was a natural next step in that process. And so we looked at the Now Assist solution. And we really chose it because it was domain specific and really focused in the services around ITSM and processes that we wanted to deliver. And so that's why we went with the Now Assist product, the time to value and what it could deliver for us.
You're one of our first customers, so thank you. And what are the results, some of the results you have seen so far?
Well, pretty impressive, actually. We went live in December, and since then, we've actually seen, from an end-user standpoint, leveraging the generative Q&A on the Employee Center, we've actually seen increase our deflection rates by 100%.
That's pretty awesome.
We've also, from an agent perspective, from a technician perspective, we've been able to reduce, on average, about 5 to 6 minutes of their time by leveraging chat summarization and resolution notes. In the major incident management area, we've really seen a big improvement here. So on average, we're seeing 25 to 30 minutes of time saved per major incident management, which equates to about 75 hours of productivity per month saved for that major incident management process.
Those are phenomenal results, and I know we will deliver more for you as we enhance our functionality throughout this year. So given the scale, Greg, what's next?
Well, what's next? We're really excited about continuing the digital transformation journey through the Now platform, focusing on Now Assist, and especially where we can help from an end-user experience standpoint within the virtual agent. We're focusing on automation of productivity, as well as change and knowledge management. We're also looking at the Creator Assist. We're excited about this. We think this will really drive our throughput from a development standpoint and get us that time to value really improved. We're also, as part of our strategic partnership with ServiceNow and Microsoft, we're moving our instances to the Azure cloud. This further aligns with our overall global technical architecture that we're trying to achieve. And we're now a proud implementation partner of ServiceNow. So we're going to take all of the years of experience that we have at Teleperformance in digital transformation and leverage technology and customer workflows and bring those to our current and future clients to help drive further digital transformation, really keeping people at the center, people-led and technology-driven.
It's pretty awesome. I still remember you became customer in 22, went live in early 23, and you're one of the first to roll out. Pat Casey tells me you still make the most LLM calls in our cloud. So thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Thanks
Thank
for
you
being
so
here.
much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. So while Amy Lokey, our Chief Experience Officer, and Joe Davis walk to the stage, here is what we are going to show you quickly, is that you just saw what Teleperformance has achieved. But with the functionality that is coming this year, what we are trying to do is make it easy for you to reduce your backlog, digitize the processes, make it available via Now Assist, and then see that how it really improves your MTTR and all other metrics that you care about. So behind the scene, one of the biggest complaints we get from many of you, CJ, we are trying to figure out our hardware return policy. COVID is behind us. We want to reclaim software licenses. And some of us have been working on, okay, what does that process look like? So I have a very high-tech guest who is going to actually be coming on the stage. Can we please bring the whiteboard? All right. So the point here is, once you have defined the process, which takes a lot of work based on your own processes, mechanics, and everything you're solving for, how can we make it super easy for you to create a workflow and do the process? So Joe is going to show you that also live. So Joe, go ahead.
Thank you, CJ. So we've added a new input type to Now Assist. You can take a picture. So I'll take a picture of this process on this whiteboard right here. Okay, I'm going to upload it to this machine. I'm going to give it a friendly name. Okay, if we jump to the workstation here, I'm going to create a new playbook, and I'm in our new workflow studio. And I'm going to select that image that we just took. And instead of having to go find a developer and wait hours or days or weeks for them to create a process out of this, with Now Assist, I can do this in seconds. So we go ahead and kick that process off. And we're identifying the image and converting that into workflow constructs, and we can do that immediately. You can see the process here. Woo! That helped me get started really quickly, as you can see, but it doesn't end there. You can continue to use Now Assist to build out the individual steps. I'll show you a couple quick examples. You can use Flow to build out a flow step. And so I can just use natural language. And in this case, what I'm asking for is to do some database lookups and to send an email notification to the employee depending on the results. And I'm just using natural language. A lot of people can access the technology using natural language. You don't have to learn the individual constructs and primitives of the workflow system. And you can see we created a workflow really quickly as well. So it's not just about low code. We also have access to the full coding environment on the platform as well. So we can also come in here, and we're very excited to build code edit and code refactor so that you can use Now Assist to also improve all of your existing code. And what you're seeing here is it's recommending code changes in green, and the old code it's going to delete in red. I'm going to go ahead and accept that. You can see that what we're seeing here is this is going to turbocharge development. And really, everyone can use a whiteboard, everyone can use a camera, everyone can build a workflow on ServiceNow.
Woo! All right.
All right. And I'm excited to share with you how everyone can benefit from this process. And before I do, I first want to say thank you to Teleperformance. They've let us use their beautiful brand to do this demo. They're not quite yet using all of this functionality, but I'm sure they will soon. All right, so as an employee of Teleperformance, I go to my Employee Center at home. And recently, I've been having some issues with my device. And my presentation software keeps crashing, but I haven't had time to deal with it. I've been getting ready for a big presentation. So when I come in here and I open my assistant, which is branded Isabella, I can see that it has proactively detected that I've been having these issues with my presentation software crashing. And it can be resolved simply with an operating system upgrade. So looks like I can schedule this at a good time. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm a little busy right now, though, so I'm busy. Do this later. OK, let's see what Isabella can do. Great. So Isabella can actually look at my calendar, determine that I've got a break at noon. So that sounds like a good idea. OK, and because of our integrations, Isabella can connect with my Outlook calendar and book a reminder for me. Now, we've kicked off this process that also identifies I've got some software on my machine that I haven't used in a while, and that's costing my company a considerable amount of money. I don't need these, so I can go ahead and relinquish them. OK. Now, Isabella makes another proactive suggestion. People in my role tend to use Microsoft Project. And that would be a great software for me to get as well, too. So I would like to go ahead and take this time to get Project as well. Great. So that's been super helpful. But I just realized I've got a call at noon. That time that I scheduled, it's not going to work. I hope I can change that. Let's see. And effortlessly, that meeting has been changed. And not only that, there's a proactive suggestion again. There's a great company event happening next week, celebrating an important culture with my teammates. And it looks like I can go to that. I'd like to go ahead and register. OK, that's it. Problem solved. Everything is going to get taken care of for me at a time that's convenient. I'm stoked.
All right.
So when Amy did the upgrade you just saw, she also installed a new video conferencing app. And since we just launched this app, I actually had to spend a lot of time troubleshooting, and it was just a permission setting. So I know, though, this is only the first of many, and our team is going to get flooded with this exact same request. So how do I prevent this? First, let's resolve the ticket so I can log the solution provided. With Now Assist, you can see that it generated the resolution notes for me, saving me time. But I think we can push it a little further. I can ask Now Assist to generate a knowledge base article for me. It takes the entire content of the incident, summarizes it, and generates the article. There you go. Let me see. I can still make edits, but as you can see, it did the heavy lifting for me. So what would take at least 30 minutes, now done in seconds. And everyone is able to self-service, including the chatbot that you saw who can automatically help people like Amy. Employees are happy, and I free up time to do actual complex cases.
Thank you very much, Victoria. So this was live code. We are really excited to be shipping throughout this year, which I'll share a little bit later on the timelines for it. Now, next moving to employee experience. HR departments, global business services are inundated with many, many requests. We want to create a simple engagement layer and help out with many self-service requests. So we want to always improve employee experience for you and, of course, HR or GBS agent productivity. We are also trying to enhance the talent acquisition process, including onboarding and development of the talent. And finally, in this hybrid work environment, how can we evolve the workplace so that it's more collaborative? To tell you what they have been doing this with our HR SDs in our HR service delivery product, I would like to welcome on stage somebody who works for an iconic company, is head of talent and employee experience. Please welcome Jeanine Carlucci, who also just recently got promoted at JPMorgan Chase. Jeanine? All right.
How are you?
I'm wonderful. Thank you. So Jeanine, given the scope of your role, tell us what are some of the challenges you're trying to solve for JP and the scale?
Well, let me just start with, first of all, I'm honored to be here. Thank you for having me. I get the great pleasure of leading 310,000 employees across 65 countries every single day, and I really try my hardest to treat them like customers. So hearing everything that's going on here is actually super impactful for us. And what I'm really focused on now is all the experience with how we bring people into the company, develop them, upskill them, and make them have great careers. We're also extending that to the everyday experiences, as we're calling it, at JPMorgan Chase. So thinking of things around the buildings you work in, the technology you use, the sense of belonging you have. We're really trying to take a real end-to-end view and work on the inside totally differently, as I like to call it, so we take the boundaries away and focus on that employee as our customer.
Yeah. And Jeanine, I personally love, so I use Chase. Your mobile app is great. And in our first meeting, you said, we want to treat our employees like we treat our customers, right? So why ServiceNow, and what did you plan to accomplish with ServiceNow?
You know, I thought about this question a little bit because I should have done this sooner. I didn't get a chance to completely influence everyone at the right scale, but we went to the cloud first and did a great job moving all of our 60 platforms to one. We then took a step back, zoomed out, and said, if we really want to do this across technology, CAO, compliance, and HR, we needed a layer on top, and what we're calling is integration is the name of the game, and ServiceNow really started to do that. So we went after help first, and we have like 325,000 hours that employees are spending on doing or looking for questions, trying to get answers, looking for different things. So really taking that zoom out and going forward with this was something that I thought was a really powerful step for us as a company. Lori, Jamie, Robin, they've all allowed us to do it, and it's been really pretty amazing to get started on this journey with you all.
It's pretty awesome. I still remember when you went live, you were excited and delighted. So what are some of the results you are seeing from an employee perspective?
You know, when I get stepped back, one of the things we talk about all the time is what gets measured gets done. And cohesion is the word we're using as it relates to that. So we're trying to take friction out of the way we work. We're trying to make sure we're using the data strategy we have to fuel personalized experiences. Obviously, ServiceNow is a key component to that. And as we think about the 80,000 people or so, because it's plus or minus every year, that we onboard and the reputation that we have as one of the greatest companies in the world, we really want to focus a lot on the onboarding experience. Because if we can get you through the doors and you feel exactly like the brand of JPMorgan Chase, we can continue that journey with you as we keep going and move forward with you through the rest of those experiences and the life cycle of the moments that matter for you at JPMorgan.
That is pretty awesome. You know, when you told me 80 to 90,000 employees a year that you onboard, that's 7,000-ish per month. That's close to 2,000 a week. That's 400 a day. And
thank you for the scorecard.
Yes, thank you. And we want to help you improve that. But just give us on onboarding. That's the next thing you want to solve with ServiceNow. What are some of how many steps that an employee go through and where you want to simplify?
Absolutely. So look, when we onboard employees into the JPMorgan Chase, I hate to say this, but we do have a lot of friction because of, like I mentioned, the life cycle we go through. We've done a service design and looked at about 525 tasks, 18 different applications, 64 policies people have to read. So our zoom out with this has a real reimagine aspect to it that we're really looking forward to, because we get that chance to really take the workflow to a whole different level. And like I said, integrate across JPMorgan Chase so that that employee stays front and center as the customer.
That's pretty awesome. We are delighted to partner with you. Please thank Robin and the team, and thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Jeanine Carlucci, ladies and gentlemen, JPMorgan Chase. We also want to give a shout out to one of our awesome customers. That's Calanova brand. My son used to eat waffle every single day and Pop-Tart every Monday. So we have a special giveaway from our Calanova team. Can we focus on our Calanova team? Thank you very much for treating all of you. So if you see in front of you, there will be some envelope with some special treats from Calanova brand. You can use it later on for their successful employee experience go live. All right. So our next chapter is around end customer service. When it comes to end customer service, as in your customers, and when I say your customers, again, your end customers, not your employees, we have prioritized few key things here. The first thing is just improve customer experience via self-service, like we saw with IT. We also want to make sure that we optimize the customer service agent experience for the contact center and transform the lead to order process by providing middle office sales workflows, what we call sales and order management. So to speak about this, I'm delighted to welcome from one of the most iconic companies in the world, 165 years in business, 40 billion in revenue, 30,000 employees, 15,000 agents who work for them. She has been Hall of Fame CIO, also top 50 women leader from Travelers Insurance. Please welcome Mojgan, EVP, CTO, and CEO. Mojgan, please welcome.
Hi, CJ.
Thank you. I like the gifts. I see your golf shirt clearly. So there is a message here. What would you like to share with us?
All right, well, so let me explain. So as you said, Travelers provides auto, home, and business insurance, but we're also known for our iconic red umbrella and for the Travelers Championship, which is one of the top 4 signature events of the PGA. So if you look under your seats, some of you are going to see an envelope that has a red ticket in it, and you can exchange that at the expo, either for one of these or some of these golf balls that are also championship golf balls. And these are yours, by the way, CJ.
Okay.
And there's also 4 lucky winners who are going to have a ticket for 2 people to this year's championship, which is June 17th to the 23rd in Cromwell, Connecticut. There you go.
All right. So that's very generous of you, Mark, if you can help us out.
Gifts.
That's very generous of you that hopefully I get a ticket and I get a chance to be in Cromwell, Connecticut as well. So Mojgan, you have a very massive role. Can you just give us the scope of your role at Travelers?
Sure. So I say, look, it's everything technology, from our back-end claim and underwriting systems to our customer solutions, and then everything operations, so customer service, billing, business resiliency, and this is for our 6 million customers.
That's a lot of customers. So tell us what problem you were trying to solve for claims, which is a core part, claims processing, in the moments that matter, you were trying to solve, and why you chose ServiceNow.
Look, at its core, delivering the Traveler's Promise is really being there for our customers at the most important moment, which is during a claim. And so at that moment, our claim professionals are not only doing the technical parts of their job, but they've got to be there with empathy and provide clarity and really reduce the duress that's on our customers. And so it's really important to us to make sure that we provide them with an environment that allows them to do that job effectively, and that's what we're in the process of doing, really creating those platforms for them.
Yeah, so because if I'm calling for a claim, then you want your claims professional to be servicing me rather than worrying about technology. So I know you evaluated many solutions, but why did the team choose ServiceNow?
So you know, as we've been modernizing, having a modern architecture, and you talked about this earlier, CJ, I heard you, has been critical. We want to make sure, first of all, we want to make sure we buy and partner if we don't have to build ourselves when viable. And we want to make sure that everything is cloud native, and really based on a modern architecture, data model. And so when it comes to orchestrating the claim throughout its life cycle and really having visibility into the status of the claim, I'd say the ServiceNow platform was absolutely perfect, aligned very much to what we were looking for.
That's pretty awesome, because claims orchestration being core to travelers, when moments matter for your 6 million customers, we are excited to partner with you. I know the team has some impressive go-live dates throughout this year, and we look forward to making sure you get value out of the platform. My last question is, so claims is one piece, what next?
So, and as you know, we've also doing a lot, with IT, ITSM, ITOC, and so on. And so we're really in the process of continuing to serve that. I just also talked about some of the Gen AI capabilities that you guys have claimed. We're on our way. We're also doing some proofs of concepts in underwriting and operations. Looks very promising, so we'll be talking. Yeah. And of course, as everybody else, we are exploring AI. We've got quite a few things that we ourselves, from a Gen AI and large language model perspective, are in different parts of development and rolling out. But we're also very keen to really leverage anything that you embed in the platform, CJ.
That's pretty awesome. You're a very humble person. CIO Hall of Fame from 2022. Thank you for being here.
Thank you
and
for having me.
Travelers from being a great customer, and thanks for your generosity.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, so now about AI. And in this final chapter, I just want to outline, first of all, what is our very simple strategy. Our simple strategy is intelligent workflows in the flow of work. That's it. We just want to make the workflows that you are using or you may create, new processes, work in the flow of work. That's it. That's our strategy. Now, how will we execute on this strategy? The execution is also very simple. Last year, I shared with you some domain-specific models and a few other things. But our first thing is we are going to create our own models. We already have. We are going to create our own models. We are going to release them via Now Assist based on the use case. And then we will make sure that those intelligent workflows get executed for you once you use Now Assist. So that's our strategy. Create our models, make them enabled via Now Assist so that you can have intelligent end-to-end execution. So let's talk about Gen AI models. We absolutely love open source community. We take the best model that is available, we will fine tune it, and then most importantly, for ServiceNow use cases and ServiceNow data types, we will train these models so that you don't have to train this model. These are models that are just available for, say, case summarization or incident resolution or creating a KB article or picking multiple KB articles and summarizing into one. So we will take the best of general purpose models combined with use case specific models and run that, as I showed earlier, in ServiceNow Cloud. Through this massive open source community, we have a fantastic team at ServiceNow when it comes to AI, from research, science, applied teams, engineering teams, platform teams, and experience teams. So that's what we are going to do. Why does that matter? When the models are very specific to our use cases, first of all, your data does not leave ServiceNow instance. Number two, they run faster because the models are smaller. Otherwise, the large models still you will see a lot of latency versus you saw today how fast it is. The accuracy is high, and of course, your data remains private. So that's why it matters. This is behind the scene. We continue to work, Joe Davis and the team continue to work behind the scene to create these models. However, if you say, and some of you have said this to us, that we want to bring our own models, we want to use, we have done this, we have done that particular hyperscaler, totally fine. If you want to bring your own model, you can, and it can be either an and or an or. So we currently support OpenAI, we support Microsoft, we support Google, Watson X, and others. But if you decide to do so, that you have invested a lot in language models, ServiceNow will connect to the models that you have running within your premises. That's totally fine. but we believe that our use case specific models is a unique thing for your use cases that you use on ServiceNow. Now, the second piece that I will say on Now Assist roadmap, the teams are working really hard. It's a very aggressive roadmap, and you see on the left, in the middle, and on the right, throughout this years, you will see Now Assist being enabled for some of the key products that are in use by all of you. And what Joe Davis showed, I'm now going to share some dates with you on generation roadmap. Our goal is to make sure that every single object in ServiceNow platform can be generated using either a text or an image, okay? That's our goal. So multimodal language models or multimodal models, however you want to say it. We release code generation. Now, as you saw, Joe showed ability to edit it. You can generate workflow. You can generate spokes, integration spokes, and so on. This is a very, very aggressive roadmap that we are going to execute on. And that's what we are really excited about, that you can just type text or you really focus on process engineering or re-engineering, and you don't really worry about writing the code. Now, intelligent workflows. So what do we mean by that? There are three aspects to intelligent workflows. First, because it's a knowledge conference, we are really excited to share Knowledge Graph today. So Knowledge Graph is a new technology. All of your asset repository, your processes, service requests, integrations is already in ServiceNow. We want to leverage this knowledge. We are also, as Joe Davis showed yesterday in Bill's keynote, be able to connect to your SharePoint sites and many other third-party sites, and we're going to make that very easy this year. But if somebody is requesting a laptop, right, so say Amy is requesting a laptop, we already know that Amy has another laptop that she has not returned. Amy also has phone that's active, some monitors, she's using some software, she's not using some software. We already know a lot about Amy from technology perspective. In terms of integration, given they are all built in ServiceNow from an engagement layer like Jeanine talked about, we also know quite a bit that when somebody requests a 401k match, requests time off, booking travel, expense report in Concur, we know quite a bit. And then when it comes to people hierarchy, we also know the management hierarchy of Amy. Who does she collaborate with? Thank you for making me look handsome, Amy. I appreciate that. So we know all those details as well here. So this is what is Knowledge Graph for us. This is going to fundamentally change that once you have knowledge, including in ServiceNow and third-party systems, you apply that context to intelligence, and then you act using workflow. So Amy, I know that Jeanine talked about onboarding. Can we show what is our vision of onboarding done beautifully via intelligent workflows?
That's right. So we're really excited to share with you more about intelligent workflows. Our Knowledge Graph can deliver proactive, personalized, and most importantly, actionable AI experiences to employees. And those are intelligent workflows. Last year, we brought you Now Assist. This year, we're bringing you My Assist. We are redefining the employee experience with My Assist, which is the personalized assistant for work. So let's take Mira. Mira is a manager of an ITS team, and she is starting on her first day of work at ServiceNow. She opens up her ServiceNow mobile app to continue her onboarding journey. Now, before she can get into the office on her first day, she needs her employee badge. My Assist takes Mira's photo from her passport photo that she uploaded during her employment verification, sprinkles in some AI magic, and creates a beautiful badge photo. Mira happily uses this picture. It looks 10 times better than the original passport photo. My Assist generates this beautiful digital badge, which gives her access to the office. But there's more. My Assist also creates an avatar of Mira, which is a really fun employee perk. She loves it. And My Assist publishes that image out to all of the applications that she'll use when she's at work. Next, Mira can also customize the look of her application, choosing from a company executive to personify her AI assistant. After reviewing all these really fantastic-looking executives, she chooses Chris Betty because he is the leader of her organization. Chris is going to give Mira exceptional service. My Assist proactively suggests that based on her location at home, it's time to head into the office. And she is ready to go. She's got her digital badge. OK, so let's fast forward, and Mira gets to the office before her orientation, opens up her new laptop, sees her beautiful Employee Center homepage with My Assist ready to help. My Assist has already given her access to the most important tools that she'll need to do her job. But Mira really likes to roll up her sleeves and help out her team and troubleshoot employee issues herself. She finds out that her team's using ScreenMeet, and My Assist can just install it for her immediately. My Assist suggests a few other things she can do to onboard, but there's been something that's giving Mira a little bit of anxiety on her first day. She already booked a vacation. She's not sure if she can take it. So using enterprise-wide search, My Assist answers her question, pulling together information from multiple sources like knowledge base articles, the holiday calendar, even a file stored on Box. So Maya's anxiety is relieved. She can take that time off and move back to her onboarding. She wants to know what's typical for team meetings, and My Assist shares the typical meeting cadence for managers in her very same role and completes the workflow by setting them up for her, plugging right into her Outlook calendar. But she realizes this is too soon. She's not quite ready to start her one-on-ones. She can go right back in the conversation, make an edit, and get the results she wants with those meetings getting booked on the following week. Now, one of the most important metrics for an ITSM team is mean time to resolution. And Mira is thrilled to see that My Assist can generate this data visualization right there for her. This is so useful, she can pin it to her homepage. And that way she can see it every day when she starts her day. Now, Mira also wants to know what her team is using to collaborate, and My Assist can gather all the most important resources, and she can pin those too for future reference. Now, one thing that My Assist can do here is proactively detect that Mira does not yet have access to these documents. So My Assist can act as her proxy, going out and asking her team to grant her access to those documents so she can get into them when she needs them. Next in their conversation, My Assist prompts Mira to send a welcome email to her team. It can easily draft a message. Mira can make a few changes, even adding a photo of her family for a personal touch. And that's a beautiful family. She can send the email, and then My Assist knows it's just about time for her orientation. She better get up and start moving, and can show her exactly the way to get to that meeting. But Mira thinks of one last thing she wants to know. What should she know about her manager, Chris Betty? My Assist summarizes a helpful snippet of information about Chris Betty, the Chief Digital Information Officer of ServiceNow. My Assist provides helpful links like his LinkedIn profile, even his latest town hall presentation. And even better, My Assist can pull together a number of photos from employee posts, seeing one that she loves in particular where Chris serves tacos to his team at lunch. What a fantastic culture he's built. Now that's worth favoriting. So that is the power of the knowledge graph that puts AI to work for every single employee. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Amy Lokey.
Thank you, CJ.
That was wonderful. Personalization, knowledge graph in action. I have a very special guest here today. I would like to welcome on stage founder, CEO, and president of Nvidia Corporation, Jensen Huang.
I want service now.
Thank you, Jensen.
I want. They agree with me.
Thank you.
We want our service now.
Yes. Thank you. So Jensen, last year you were here, and it was still in the early innings, early stages of AI revolution. First thing is that we are delighted to be partnering with your teams. There are, as Joe Davis shared, multiple meetings every week, and we have collaborated. We are using you for building our models, training our models, and then inferences via A100 and H100s. Fantastic collaboration between DGX, SuperPods. H100 is 6 times faster than A100s. A little expensive, but 6 times faster. And then
That's another way of saying 6 times cheaper.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah. So
the best for you.
Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome collaboration. And I know that's intelligent workflows. You have a high bar for your employees. You say you have to do extraordinary things to be extraordinary. How has ServiceNow rollout gone in the last 1 year at Nvidia?
Yeah, first of all, I'm delighted to be here. ServiceNow is the first enterprise software company that started working on a full stack generative AI platform. You know, we're going through a major platform shift, accelerated computing and generative AI. Every layer of computing is being transformed, from the computing infrastructure, the processors, to the acceleration libraries, to pre-trained models. NVIDIA has been pivoting into this direction for some time, and it was incredible that you saw the same vision, that we saw the same vision, and worked together to do that. From pre-training the models, to aligning them, guardrailing them, optimizing them for the performance and the latency and the cost and the throughput, to the packaging of these things into microservices that we call NIM, so that you can run it in every cloud, including on-prem, to building ServiceNow's only infrastructure, infrastructure, so that you could deploy these, have a sandbox for your engineers and our engineers to collaborate in, as well as providing the service to your customers. I mean, across the entire stack, you have really reinvented ServiceNow. It's really quite amazing to see.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And
just so everybody know, we also are built on ServiceNow.
That is correct. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Every morning I wake up and the first thing I say is, I want my service now. And CJ just jumps right to it.
Yeah. Thank you. So, Jensen, you know, we have seen big shifts, personal computing to cloud computing to mobile, but the AI shift seems really, really accelerated and very fast. How should our customers think about where to use AI, not just in general, you know, you have healthcare companies, financial services companies, manufacturing companies, life sciences. How should they think about AI, and what will be possible with AI in next 2 to 4 years?
Yeah, one of the things that's really happening, CJ, is if you look at classically Moore's Law advancing 10 times every 5 years, 100 times every 10 years, over the last 10 years, AI has scaled 1 million times. Mm-hmm. First of all, you got to take a step back and ask yourself, if something is moving 1 million times faster every 10 years, what should you do?
Right.
And we're talking about for the very first time, the production, the manufacturing of digital intelligence. We used to manufacture electricity. The last industrial revolution was the manufacturing of software, something that nobody understood that you could manufacture at scale, and we manufacture software at scale. And now we're manufacturing digital intelligence at scale.
Yeah.
Now, the rate at which this technology is moving is so fast. The first thing you should do is, instead of looking at the train, you know, from the side and trying to figure out why the train is moving faster and faster, get on the train, because on the train, it's not moving that fast. When you're on the train, it doesn't move that fast. Now, of course, one of the things that you've already shown in the work that you guys are doing, one of the reasons why the technology is being adopted so quickly is because we've transitioned from instruction-driven computing, which is coding, instruction-driven computing, where very few people can do, to intention-driven computing, which is intelligence, interacting with somebody through intention. And so even if you can't express, I mean, it's very often that when I'm trying to get help, I'm not able to explain exactly what the problem is and how to express the help. Yeah. And so now, with ServiceNow being able to have the intelligent assistant, you don't have to be exact in how you precisely describe the problem. ServiceNow understands what the problem is. And so I think that that's really, really something to consider, that every aspect of computing is going to go from instruction-driven to intention-driven.
Yeah, and you guys have done some amazing work. We want to show you a very quick demo. As you know, that NVIDIA is really, really good at graphics. And for a certain class of users, they would like voice to text rather than text. So Amy, quickly, we can show the demo.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's do it. Let's do it. So this is a customer service example, and we know that our customers want to deliver seamless customer support, especially in the moments that matter. So imagine you're home and your Wi-Fi is moving incredibly slowly. It's down to a crawl, and you're the presenter in a critical meeting. You need service immediately. I need to contact customer support right now to see if I can upgrade. Now, normally, I'd do this on my mobile phone. This is a live demo, so I'm going to be talking to customer support through this headset right here.
Hi, Amy. I'm your ServiceNow assistant. How can I help you?
I'm having a hard time downloading files, and my internet is sluggish. Can you help?
I can see that your Wi-Fi service is working correctly. However, you have the 150 megabits per second package, the slowest connection speed we offer. Would you like to upgrade?
Yes, give me the fastest connection you have.
I can upgrade you to our highest speed of 800 megabits per second, which costs $60 per month for 1 year. You can save $60 a year, 1 month for free, if you choose this service for the next 2 years.
Sounds good. I'll take that 2-year package.
I have a credit card on file and can process the upgrade right away. Is it okay if I use the credit card ending in 6304?
Yes.
I have upgraded your service immediately. Enjoy the fastest Wi-Fi we have. Thanks for choosing me to help you today. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Goodbye.
That was a live demo between ServiceNow language models and NVIDIA's digital avatars. Jensen tells me the teams are working really hard for a certain class of users for customer service. Voice to text or text back to voice will be a real thing.
Yeah, yeah. I think obviously there's a lot of different ways to get and engage a digital intelligence. And of course, text is one way. In the future, you'll be able to interact in a whole bunch of other ways. And one of the really interesting ways is digital humans. And so you're going to see a lot of different applications of this in time.
Thank you. Jensen, can you inspire us with AI, 5-10 years out, understood the instructions, how faster things are moving, the cost is becoming cheaper, what would be possible with AI in whether how work gets done or some of the big inventions that we thought are still not even possible?
Well, there's a whole bunch of things that the industry is working on that we're working on together. First, of course, you mentioned already multimodality, the ability to associate information that is embedded inside different modalities, coming together so that you could find greater insight across the modalities. This is no different than cars that are using cameras and radars and LiDARs at the same time, trying to better perceive, better understand the environment through multimodality. That's one. Another is today, most of the AIs are one shot. You prompt it with something and it generates instantly the recommendation. In the future, AI will be multi-shot. It will be reasoning-based systems. Just as we plan through various complicated scenarios, it will do some planning itself. And so you're going to have fast-thinking AIs like we currently have. You're going to have multi-step reasoning AIs that will be coming along. These types of AIs will become increasingly agentic. And you demonstrated some early examples of this as well. AIs that uses tools, AIs that works with other AIs, AIs that access information that they have privilege and access to, access control to. And so in the future, AIs are going to be like employees in our companies in the sense that our employees work with your employees. Yeah. And so our AIs will work with other AIs. We'll have consulting AIs, we'll have specialist AIs, we'll have generalist AIs. But one of the things that's for sure, ServiceNow is in such a great position because this is where our employees, is the platform of our employees. This is the operating system of our company. And I've always hoped that NVIDIA would become an AI. And I now realize that what I need to do is make you an AI, and we'll use ServiceNow.
That's very awesome. So, Jensen, this AI revolution would have not happened if it was not for you and the teams at NVIDIA, the greatest innovator, Thank you for being here, sharing your vision with our customers. Please thank Jensen Huang for being here today and inspiring all of us. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I want ServiceNow. I want ServiceNow. I want ServiceNow.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the show. Thank you very much, and we'll see you again. Bye.